We're at this area where it actually burned 10 years ago. There's a lightning strike on the butte, which is that way, and the Forest Service got the fire out pretty quick. But so 10 years ago, this structure was not there. And this is kind of a recent development. We're going to go check it out. So as we walk this way, here we go. By the way, I just want to show you something here in the Blue Mountains. The view here is flippin' spectacular. So let me
So funny how every other tree is down, but not those.
Yeah, you can see the snow-capped mountains in the distance over there. You got the huge meadow over here where we saw the elk. And we've got this interesting structure right here.
Just in the middle of a billion dim trees.
I know. So who would do that? First of all, a lot of work for a human for no reason whatsoever. And see if I can get ahead of Hannah here so I'm not shooting the back of her head. So, but this right here. Okay, so here's where we trip over all the logs that are down from the fire as we get in here. Okay. What the heck? This is different. You know what? I have done this for years, and I've never seen anything like this one. First of all, to move these logs in this pile of logs, give you an idea of what we're walking in. This is what I'm walking over. I'm like stepping over logs and down crap everywhere. But there's one standing tree, and how does everything fall?
So perfectly?
And yeah, that is so weird. I mean, I'm not a tree structure kind of guy so much. I found like those nests, which kind of makes sense to me, but this here kind of doesn't. So I'm going to have Hannah hold the camera here. Is it a little high?
A little high. There we go.
Okay, so, and I'm going to take the GoPro. The first thing I want to do when we're doing this, investigating these things, is try not to ruin them.
Try not to break your leg.
And try not to break my legs. So, all right, so we've got this. Wow, this is bigger than I thought. So we've got this one tree here, and this is the center post, and it looks like wow, this is actually woven. I mean, putting together like one on top of the other. So the first thing I want to look at is see these trees. Obviously this one's rooted in the ground, but I'm looking to see if these here were, the stump was here and it just fell, But it's not. There's no stump here on that one or that one. They're broken off. They're not cut. And this one here, no stump. I think, well, wait, that kind of, nope, that's just the part that's broken off. So this one goes under, these trees fell. Wait, these aren't, they must have been up there too and they fell off because there's no stump on that one right there. And no stump on, okay, there is a stump on this one right here. So that one's just on the ground there. This one was on top, so that might have fell from up there. That might have been up there at one time. Wow. This thing is crazy. So
this one has a stump.
Which one?
This one over here.
The big one?
Yep. And also this one. So these two, the two closest to me, have stumps.
Okay, so they were just pushed over or fell over onto this one?
Yep.
What a weird way to aim it, you know.
And how everything so conveniently collapses in the right spot.
Yeah.
So take a look at that one.
So this one, no, this one does not have a stump, honey.
Oh, it doesn't?
This tree's broken off here, but I don't know where that tree is. And this is a stump that fell over here. Oh wait, maybe this one does. Yeah, this one does. It was just kind of pushed over into that that crotch up there where the tree split. But wow.
And look at this one here too.
Yeah, I'm going to, but I want to get a shot of this side over here. So look how convenient these things are all woven together though.
Yep.
Wow. So this one here, there is a root ball there. So this one was just pushed over into that opening, and that one was pushed over to that opening, and that one was pushed over on that one. I'm about to say this is a little too convenient. You know what I'm saying?
Convenient for humans, or
I meant little too
well planned out?
Too planned out for nature to just accidentally these trees fall in the right spot to make a teepee. I'm not getting it. So,
and why would this have been done before or after the fire?
That's after the fire. But she said this wasn't here last year.
Oh, it wasn't here a year ago.
It wasn't here a year ago. This forest burned 10 years ago. And all these logs have been laying here for 10 years.
So question, why would they do it with dead...
So question.
Why would they do it with dead trees?
Convenient?
I mean, convenient for what?
I don't know.
I mean, they're not going to drape something. I mean, if it was, for instance, back when Native Americans lived in these, they covered them.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
shelter.
this isn't that, hon.
I know. So, what purpose would it be, or would it be practice?
I don't know what it's for. I have no idea. Let's see, this little tree here, let's see if there's a stump on this one. Yeah, that one's rooted in the ground. So this one here is rooted in the ground. Went up through there. So some of these are just pushed over from where they were standing into this crotch of this tree up here. Like that one was too. And it goes up here. Like this one was pushed over. But these two little ones that are woven up there aren't. I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting here. First we're going to measure these and see how big these trees are just for fun. So down here, this one is 5 inches and it was pushed over. Alright, so next one in the pot. Ow! Ah.
Don't break your leg.
I know, walking around all these down the trees. So I'm also looking for footprints in here and I don't see any. Other than my boot prints everywhere. Okay. So this one's number 2. If I can get to it. So this one is 6 inches and it's pushed over. That's number 2. As we go around the outside clockwise. Okay. So number 3 is 2 3/4 inches and it's placed there. It was placed there because it's not rooted. This one's not rooted either. It's roughly 2.5 inches actually, and it's placed there. It's not rooted. So 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. Number 5 is about 3 inches around. And it is placed there. It is not rooted. Number 6. We'll start in the middle here. Number 6 is kind of in the center. It is rooted and pushed over. So number 6 is roughly 3 inches. And it's pushed over into that. And number 7, which is rooted and pushed over. So number 7 is 6 inches around, and it's the one on top, and it's pushed over, and it's rooted in the ground to about the same size as the center one, which is the center pole that's holding up all this stuff because it has that crook in the middle of it. And it is 5.5 inches.
Which ones are at the bottom of the structure? Meaning, which ones are beneath the others?
Okay, this is the base.
And which are the next ones that hit it?
The first one that hit it was one that's placed there, this one. Okay. The next one in the pile is this one here that's placed there. Not rooted. Okay, that was 1, 2. The next one is this one here that's pushed over. The next one is this one here that's, no, that was, is this one here that was placed there. Next one on top is this big one here that's pushed over. And then this big one that's pushed over. And then the last one is this biggest one here that's pushed over. So
that, you know, that could speak to some design intention.
yeah, that really could. So Weird.
Because, you know, I could see it. I could. Well, just the fact that you've got 3 that were placed there is, I mean, if everything was just pushed over, okay, but we've got 3 that were placed there.
Yeah.
That's the weird part.
So, yeah, and why would they all fall exactly into the crotch of this one?
And the ones that were placed there, are there grates nearby where maybe it fell and broke and just kind of collapsed?
What do you mean?
So, at the base of the ones that were placed,
Uh-huh.
can you see the trees they were broken from?
No, I can't.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, no, I can't see where they were coming from, but they are. You know, they could have been picked up anywhere and just stuck up there.
Yeah, what my thought was if there was a tree further there and it fell and it hit the ground and it broke there and it just happened to lodge right there.
Uh-huh.
Hello!
So,
That was a blackbird.
yeah, so what was really interesting is, honey, if you look out here, I can actually see our truck
So, I know.
out there.
Now look at this one here. Look at this tree. This one standing up here. It's got something leaning up against it too.
Yeah, it does. Just one tree leaning up against it.
Now check that out and see if you can figure anything out on that one.
Why it has just one tree leaning against it?
Yeah.
Well, this one I can actually equate to nature because, you know,
Is it rooted?
I'm gonna look, see if it's rooted. Yep, it's rooted, and it just fell and hit that one. That I can explain. That I can say, hey, it rotted off 10 years ago. This stuff has been standing here dead for 10 years. It's gonna fall over pretty soon. But this here is this here's just insane. I have no I mean,
Last question.
what?
Are these root balls over here pretty fresh? This one's looking pretty fresh. This root ball.
Fresh, as in,
It looks fresh. Like it's not. The ground is fresh.
okay, like
You
it
know what I'm saying?
like it was this year.
Yeah.
Well, she said this wasn't here last year. So,
And how does that root ball look, or is it exposed?
what, this one?
Yeah.
I actually can pull it out of the ground.
So it's not.
It's pretty
not
rotted
firm.
underground, but
So it's dead underground.
yeah,
Okay. What I'm saying is these don't necessarily look dead underground.
right. Huh.
Curiouser and curiouser, said the cat.
Yeah, exactly. This is crazy. And I think we can walk out here and go around back. Oh, wait. Yeah, we can go around back to the truck this way.
But we have trail cameras.
Oh, we got to go get our truck cameras still. So I'm going to take a bunch of still pictures and then we can go.
Well, this is what two exhausted squatchers look like.
Yep.
We've clocked 7 miles of non-trail mountainous hiking this weekend.
Yep.
Doesn't sound like a lot, But
it is. When you're slogging through swamps and up over hills and
over dead trees and
yeah, through dead tree forests.
Carting a dog.
Yeah, so to wrap up the weekend, this is the middle of day
3.
We're going to get packed up and out of here after this. But so we showed you where a guy got attacked by a cougar, where a Bigfoot screamed at somebody, and where a lady got stood down by a wolf. And
woof is what a dog says.
and a tree structure. So it's been a pretty eventful weekend. We did get some recordings last night.
Yeah, I was going to say, plus the night of crazy screaming.
All night.
We don't quite know what that was. So we'll do some, we'll look some different animal sounds up online and do some comparison and see what we come up with.
Yeah, my guess is it's a wolf, but there was
there was some stuff that just did not sound very wolfy.
There was a scream in there that was just
different.
And as far as the tree structure goes, I'm not the big tree structure guy, but this one here is just a little weird. Could it be natural? Actually not, because of the 2 limbs that were drug over there and put in that structure on top of the one, or below the ones that had been pushed over. So I'm not, that's a mystery to me. Could it be Bigfoot? Could be. The only other explanation is human.
Which would, if any human that would go out there and do that, needs to be examined.
Yeah, because one, it's on some property that people are not supposed to be on. You have to go through a natural
private property to get there.
Well, yeah, there's that, and you got to go through a national forest to get to the private property. So it's kind of interesting, but and plus it's in the middle of a sea of down trees that,
like I said, you'd have to be. I want to examine their sanity.
Yeah,
it.
The only other thing I could think of is did the property owners here hoax us? And I doubt that seriously. I mean, like, he's in his 70s, so why would he go lift all these trees around in the middle of that? So I
and the reporting party has a deep connection to and respect for nature.
Yeah, so we know this person really well, and I'm 100% certain that they would not try to hoax us. What they have experienced out here is what they've told us they experienced out here is what they have experienced out here.
So, well, it's time to button up Harry. Get back to town.
Hose 3 days of forest off me.
Yep.
So, here we are, Squatch America, and as always,
our job is to investigate the unexplained.
Not to explain the uninvestigated.
So until we see you again, you keep watching.
And we'll keep squatching and go out and find Bigfoot.
Bye now.
Bye.